Hi guys, no travel video this week because, well, it's been a week.
Yes, we plan to go up into the mountains this week and do a little mountain camping and maybe even some camping in the snow, but
Mother Nature had different ideas for us.
So we thought we were going to be having fun this week in camping, but
Yeah, it was a little stressful.
it has been, what is it, the storm, Winter Storm Finn, is that what it is?
Right, which was devastating to Florida, but, you know, we've got hit by it too, or affected by it. I don't know about hit by it.
We live on a mountain stream, and sometimes it's just a trickle, but this week, man, it's been more than a trickle, hasn't it?
Yeah, we had a lot of flooding here.
So today, instead of our normal Sunday travel video, we're going to share with you the story of almost losing our dock out there due to flooding.
And then we'll come back and we'll answer a few questions that you've been asking us recently.
As Finn rolled into the mountains in North Carolina, well, a lot of rain came with it. Almost 6 inches of rain in just one day. And when it rains in the mountains, well, all that water's got to come down, and it usually comes down through our little river. And man, we woke up and it started really raging.
We also struggled with losing our power and, you know, just the worry and stress of all the water and what was it actually going to do to the dock, because there was no way we could get out there and try to fix it. So we went to bed and didn't sleep a lot that night because we were worried that we got up the next morning, it wasn't going to be there. It was going to be somewhere in the middle of the lake.
Crap, our dock broke loose today. And all this rain and all the stuff that's coming through, it looks like something hit the dock. Crap all over. Our worries were that this thing was going to rip loose and everything was going to go downstream. So I set up an appointment for 2 days later for him to come out here and do the work. And that's when it really got interesting for me. They got here that morning about 8:30 in the morning. It was in the 20s as far as the temperatures. Cold. Everything was frozen outside. The ground was frozen. The dock was a solid piece of ice. And these guys showed up in this pontoon boat. And well, I'll just play you some of the video of them repairing this. It was something, I'm glad I was here to see it. You know, It was something cool to do. And we really appreciate you guys coming out and repairing that too, by the way. So we're walking down. Todd and his crew are working at putting the dock back in place. So now they're trying to tie off this really big tree that's been here, washed down during one of the last floods that we had, and they're going to pull it out and get it out of the way. Here's the walkway to get up to the dock today. The river keeps rising on the lake. Big tree. Man. They have the tree free now. Now they're trying to swing the dock back in place.
Hold on, hold on. Oh, you, baby.
It was chained to another anchor as well. So they got the pontoon out from underneath the jet ski port, and now,
Our dock is repaired temporarily. They will have to come back out in the spring and do some more work to it.
Yeah, put a little concrete down and put the actual wire in to hold it in place. But for now, we have a dock again. If we wanted to and it was not in the 20s, we could go outside and get on our kayaks and have a good time.
Yeah.
But, you know, the other part we wanted to talk about today, the questions you guys ask. It's amazing how connected we are with so many hundreds, even thousands of people that usually ask us a lot of questions.
And we appreciate that too. Yeah. We don't mind that
they
at all.
kind of get used to the way we travel, and when we do something differently, we get a lot of questions. Right. Like this time, we left to go to Florida for 3 months in our Echo, and we also took our Subaru because we thought we were going to be sitting around for 3 months' time, just enjoying the sunshine and other things. And everything that happened when we showed you those videos from that trip, well, we got a lot of questions about that. So let's look. First question that came up, why are you driving the car? Well, it's my fault. A lot of times it's always my fault, but definitely this time it's my fault because I thought it was a good year for us just to go down to St. Petersburg and hunker down in a KOA kind of place, go fishing every day, go out to the beach and do that. So if you've seen that video, you know why we wanted to, but it didn't work out.
But to be fair too, I mean, we had just gotten back from, Newfoundland, and that was a lot of driving, so we just felt like that we didn't want to drive that far anymore. So that's the reason why we wanted to hunker down in Florida.
So if we were going to be in one place for 3 months, we thought, well, normally we wouldn't have Lynn follow me down in the car, but that car would really be helpful if we're using the Echo kind of like a base camp and going from there. So that's why we drove the car down.
But we also had some work done in Jacksonville, and it was going to be there for 3 days, and, we needed transportation, so it was either take our car or rent something. So that was another reason.
So next question, someone asked, are you not going to use your Oru kayaks anymore? The one of folding kayaks that we've taken on a few trips with us in the last year. Well, what do you think about that?
Well, the only reason we didn't take them this time was because we did have the car. We had a way to take Owen's Hobie kayak, which he wanted to be able to use in Florida, and in my paddleboard, which, I always enjoy using that. But, if we don't have the car, we can't really take those. So we would take the Oru kayaks, and we still plan on taking them and using them because we really like them. They're not perfect.
Yeah, we tell you all the time, everything's a compromise, and especially when it comes to these Oru kayaks. You kind of have to draw the line as to what's the best thing to take, but it is a compromise. But the fact that those two things will fold up and fit in the back of our gear garage, it's hard to beat that if we know we're going to be around water. You agree?
I agree. So the next question is, what happened to your Rad bikes? So, of course, when we went to Newfoundland, we had problems with our Rad, and we really wanted to ride, so Owen bought a new Wolf bike.
All right.
I still had my Rad, and I still loved it. But when we got back home, we started having problems with it also. Not the same problem, but other problems. And we decided...
To be fair, too, we've had those Rads for almost 6 years now. And they probably traveled with us for 40 to 50,000 miles on the back of an RV or a van. So they have been used and abused. So
right. And they are really heavy. And Owen's new Wolf bike was really light. And we both thought that, it might be best if I got the same thing. And it was easy to load. One of us could load it. I could even load it by myself. So we found a dealership close by, and they had one, and we decided to go over there and try it out. But they also had Trek bikes, which I tried that one out.
And after you rode the Trek, it was really hard for you to decide to get the Wolf because the Trek had, it's hard to explain, guys. It's just like, I don't know, it's like butter. The way it assists you when you're pedaling is just night and day better. It's so light.
It's so light.
She grins every time she gets on it. Yeah. And, if we're going to go for 3 months, it didn't make sense not to take her favorite thing, that bike. Another reason we decided that Rad didn't quite make sense for us is just what happened in Newfoundland. I had that display computer thing to fail because of water, and I couldn't get it repaired. We were 3,000 miles away from home. They wanted to ship something to our home, and they would have done that. But what good does that do me if I want to go on bike trails while we're on that trip? And so we wanted to find a bike that we could take to a local bike shop, and they would say, yeah, I deal with Trek all the time. I'll fix it for you. And that was one of the major things. An old goofy man cooking. You guys ask us a lot of questions about my cooking. Anyway, one of the questions that came up recently was when I used the trivet to make a pizza over the campfire in a cast iron skillet. That was the very first time we'd used it.
Right. And we really didn't show it that much while we were cooking. So,
yeah. Now, friends Dave and Carrie from One Adventure at a Time, I don't know if you saw them before, but they actually purchased a trivet off of Amazon, and they started using it when they're making pizzas inside. And I thought, that'll work in a cast iron skillet outside. So I used their link and I bought the trivet, and I'll put a link to it down below so you guys can get more information. It's not very expensive, but it just fits right down in the bottom of the pan. And I guess it provides some airflow underneath it, and it keeps that dough from sticking right to the bottom of the pan.
And burning.
And it worked. So the next question comes from Michael Becknell, and he's one that comments a lot and stays very connected to us. In fact, you see that name all the time.
I do. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I do too. Question was, does the Echo get blown around more than the Travato? And really this came from the tip video I did about driving the Echo in really high winds in Florida. If you haven't seen that, then I'll try to remember to put a link to that right up here. But yeah, Michael, it does get blown around more than the Travato.
I will say though, the lift and
the suspension upgrade,
really helped out a lot.
It did. It made a huge difference. In fact, we have adjustable suspension, so about halfway through that really bad windstorm that we were driving through, I got out and adjusted the suspension so that it was as tight as it could be, because the looser it is, the more it moves, and so that helped them a lot too. But yeah, there's a difference. It's drivable, and with the suspension upgrade, it wasn't a white knuckle experience, even though we had gusts up to 40 miles an hour as we're on Interstate 95.
And you said lane assist helped a lot too.
It does.
Yeah.
I really love the Ford Transit lane assist. We had the Mercedes lane assist before, and it worked, but it was a little more, I don't know the right word, aggressive in how well, you go to the line and it will pull you back pretty quickly. The Ford, I really like it. It goes over, and it's like it makes a bell curve in how it corrects it. And so it's a lot more gentle in the way it brings you back. And, that works really well for us.
So the next question comes from Tim Martin, and he asked about our camera setup. It's been a while since we've actually shared what cameras we use, and we change them all the time.
But Tim is heading to Alaska, isn't he?
Yeah. That's what he said.
So for a very specific trip like that, he wanted to know what 3 cameras would we recommend. Well, I think 3 is a good number. I think first, where's your phone?
iPhone.
We have iPhone 15 Pro Maxes. Now, you don't have to do that, but if you have a phone that takes really good pictures and video, I would think that this will probably end up taking, you want to see Maggie's little picture on this? It'll probably end up taking, 70, 80% of everything you take on this trip will probably come from this.
Yeah.
The next thing I would take
is a zoom camera of some kind. And what we use is the Sony
RX10 Mark IV.
Right.
A lot of the video and pictures that we took in Newfoundland when we were on the side of a mountainside taking photos of gannets, which, gosh, I can't believe we got that. That was so awesome. That thing is awesome. It doesn't get dust on the sensor. There are a lot of reasons to do it, but that's a great camera. Its ability to go out 600 millimeters and then be something you can just put in your backpack pretty easily. Yeah. Definitely something we'd recommend, and we'll put a link to that one down below if you haven't already gotten it.
But it's an older camera too,
yeah, it
so
is. Yeah.
I'm sure there's probably better things out there now. But
they haven't upgraded it, and it's one of the top, what is it called? It's a
bridge.
Bridge. It's one of the top bridge cameras.
So you don't change the lenses or anything, so it keeps
which is a good and bad thing.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, the third thing I would take if I were going on a trip like that, you're probably going to be around water, you're going to be out on glaciers, you're going to be in dusty roads. You can hear where I'm going with this. I would take some kind of action camera. For us, it's what we call Peanut. It's just a little guy that comes out like this, and I take pictures, and I wear it on my hat or on my chest mount, and Lynn takes it out. We put it on our hiking stick. This is a little old now. It's a year old, but it's one of our favorites that we purchased. If you didn't have one and you were going to go buy one right now, I think my recommendation would be the DJI Action 4, if you want to go look at that one and try to figure that out. I would definitely take that combination of three, some kind of action camera, some kind of thing to get up close and personal with a bear or something without having to get out there. And if you need to, upgrade your phones before you go, if you need an excuse to do that.
Another question I've been getting a lot here lately is, are we going to the Tampa RV Show? No, not this year. Why?
Well, because this year we're going to go out to the Southwest area. We drove a lot last year, and every year when we get ready to make this decision, you know, driving 700 miles down into Florida sure seems like it's a lot better than driving 3,000 miles to get out west. But this year we're going to go out west.
Right.
And that brought up another question. Have you thought about the eclipse on April 8th at the end of your western trip? Well,
we hadn't, but since you mentioned it.
I know Debbie and John are planning to be there, and they wanted us to come out anyway. I know that it's something we want to do. I'd love to get the pictures, but we plan to be home by then, honestly, and using the lake and resting from that trip. But I think now we've kind of changed our plans so that we're going to hang around here more in the winter and leave a little bit later than we planned, so we can make that the last thing we do for the Southwest trip.
But that's a great suggestion, and I really appreciate you asking us that. Yeah. And that last question also brings up the fact that, you know, we are going out west, and I think we mentioned that in our last video. And, you know, I got an email this week from someone that has been going there for 11 years, and they shared with us some of their favorite things that they do when they go out west. And, you know, that's really helped me a lot in planning the trip. You know, we wanted to ask you, what are your favorite places to go and camp or visit out west?
And when we say out west, our first stop will be Tucson this year. And then I think we'll head over to Oregon Pipes Cactus National Monument for a while. And then we'll head up into the Phoenix area. And then from there, we're just going to be judging the weather based upon what the weather's doing. And, you know, we'll migrate to stay in 75 to 80 degree weather until it's time to come home. So if you have places that you love, that you loved and that you know we would probably love, please leave us a comment down below or reach out in the email at vantrekkingLifestyle@gmail.com and just let us know what places you'd like to see us go, because you know it'll make us happy. And that's a really good thing to do. But we do appreciate the email we received this week. Lynn was grinning the entire time she was reading it, and it's like, okay, wow, okay, we'll add that. Okay, we'll add that. And then she starts helping me with the itinerary. Well, no, that came from that email. We definitely need to do that. So we will listen to you, and we will pay attention. And especially since most of you know us well, it's like having you be part of the team to plan this trip. So we think that's a good thing. Yeah. Boy, we've been talking for a long time.
I know it.
I need a drink. I need a drink.
I need some coffee.
For my birthday this year, Lynn got me a Who's Your Daddy cup. She's had one for a while, and it's awesome. It keeps things cold and holds a third of a gallon of whatever liquid you put in there, which for me is tea. I like having it. Probably peeing a little bit more than I used to now because of that.
But it's good. I mean, it's good. It's a good way to
get your liquids.
You know. Now, if I could just get him to drink just water, but hey, we're getting there.
We're getting there.
Okay.
We've had a good time talking with you today, and we hope you've enjoyed this kind of impromptu Q&A story. And we'll keep you posted as to what happens outside with the dock maybe later.
We're supposed to have snow on Monday, so I'm excited.
Well, yeah, we may get to camp in the snow after all this week.
So we're not sure that we'll do a video next week, but we might share with you just, you know, stuff like getting ready and what we're planning to pack and getting the Echo ready, stuff like that. Getting us ready.
A few more review videos. We have been releasing a bunch of those and have those coming out. That's another reason that this week was hectic, because I completed 4 different review videos this week from sponsors that want to send us things. So I know.
Pat on the back.
Yeah. So if we don't do a video next week, I get the week off. We may not do a video next week, but if we do, you'll see it pop up. And until then, we're really glad you're part of our journey, and we'll see you down the road sometime soon. Thanks for being here.